Welcome for today. Let's continue our last part of our lesson. When we use the trigonometric ratios, we use it sometimes to measure some distances indirectly, like to measure such distances when the angle of elevation and the angle of depression. So what is the angle of elevation and what is the angle of depression? The angle of elevation is an angle from the horizontal up to the line of sight. Now look at this, or before that. Look at here. Here we have a man that is standing here, and here we have a balloon that is flying on the sky. Now this man is looking at the balloon. So this is the line of sight. Now, this line, we call it the horizontal line. Now, an angle from the horizontal line up, I mean I am at the horizontal, I'm going up to the line of sight, I call it angle of elevation. And an angle from the horizontal line down, I'm going down the line sight, we called it angle of depression. So the trigonometric ratios didn't just help me to find the dimensions in math, in triangles that are drawn. No, it helped me also to find the distance in our real life, in our world. So that sometimes when you are when you are in the garden, as an example, you are looking at a Kingdom Tower. So you look at it on the line of sight. Then you ask yourself, okay, if they, as an example here, we have, let's draw it now like this. As an example, this is the Kingdom Tower, and I'm here. When I look at it, since it is very, very high, so this is my line of sight, I will look at it like this. Then I will ask myself, if I look at it like this, and if my angle that I look at it is 30 degrees, as an example, and I know that the longest, or the long of the Kingdom Tower, as an example, is 5 kilometers, as an example, okay? This is a numbers from my mind. So how far I am from the Kingdom Tower? How can I know? Shall I measure now the distance from my point to the Kingdom Tower? No, I will use the trigonometric ratio. The trigonometric ratio now helped me to find how far I am, or am I, from the Kingdom Tower. I will say if this is 5, the distance, so I mean this one here. This is the x that I want to find it. Then I will use the trigonometric ratios. It can help me. I will say now, I have an opposite and I have an adjacent. So I can use tan. So I will say then tan 30 is 5 over x. Then by cross product, as we said before, 5 equal x tan 30. Then divide by tan 30, divide by tan 30. So you will find that x is 8.66 kilometers. So the distance from mine to the Kingdom Tower is 8.66 kilometers. That's mean one of the applications for the trigonometric ratios that it can help me to solve the real world problems. So did you now understand what is the meaning of angle of depression and angle of elevation? What's the difference between
this only angle of depression and elevation?
Okay, this is the line of this is the horizontal line. Now the angle from the horizontal line up to the line of sight, I call it angle of elevation. And the angle from the horizontal line down to the line of sight, I call it angle of depression. You got that now?
Teacher, the horizontal line, you mean from my side to the line of sight?
This one, here, this one. This is the horizontal line. This is the horizontal line. The horizontal in math, this is the horizontal, and this is the vertical. So the horizontal line will be this one and this one. So the distance from the horizontal line up to the line of sight is an angle of elevation, and the horizontal from this horizontal line down to the line sight, I call it angle of depression.
Okay, teacher.
Now let's have this example here. Suppose that you are waiting in a line for a ride. You see your friend at the top of the ride. How far are you from the base of ride? So you are here. You see that your friend here, and he is at top of the ride. So the longest or the highest of the top of ride is 150. Your angle of elevation here is 20, and your angle of depression will be 22. So how far are you from the base of ride? So you have to find x. So what you have to do here?
Is it adjacent?
So before that, yeah. Now where's this is the angle of elevation, and this is the angle of depression, and they are equal, as you see, 20, 20. Now here I have angle 20. Here I have the opposite, and here I have the adjacent. So since I have the opposite over the adjacent, so which trigonometric ratio can help me?
Tan.
Tan, bravo.
Teacher, I have, yes, tan.
So I will use tan. Then I will say then tan 20 is, what is the opposite of the angle 20?
150.
150.
The opposite 150.
Where's the adjacent?
It's x.
It is x. Bravo.
X.
So let's find now tan of 20, which is 0.36. So 0.363 equals 150 over x. Then by cross product, 0.363x equal 150. Divide by 0.363, divide by 0.363. So you'll find that x is 150 over this number, you will find that it's 413.2 kilometers. So you are far, or you are far from the top of the right with 413 kilometers. And so in this way now, you find how far away are you from your friend. Is it clear, miss?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Thank you.
teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Fine, okay. Now, if you move forward now on the line of angle of elevation, so the angle will be 50 now. Here, imagine now you are moving forward. So when you are moving forward now, the angle is come like this. So it comes like 50. So I want now to find the distance. So I mean that I have a new triangle here. Here we have 50. Here we have 150. And I need to find this x. How? I have an opposite and I have an adjacent. So I will use tan. Is it right? Tan of 50.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
So then, tan of 50 it is 1.19 equals the opposite 150 over the adjacent, which is x. Then by cross product, 1.19x equal 150 divide by 1.19 divide by 1.19. So you are now about 126 kilometers are far away from the top of right. Look here, when you are at an angle of 20, so you are very far from him. But when you are moving forward on the line, so your angle will be increased. So the measure, since you move forward, so that's why I told you here the distance from me to the right, or to the base of right, will be less than when I am at 20 degree. That's why it was x equal 126 kilometers. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher. It's clear.
Yes, teacher, it is clear.
Okay. Let's now summarize what did we talk in this lesson. If I give you 3 sides, or if these sides are given, so that's, and I'm asking you to find any trigonometric ratios, you will use the sine, cosine, and tan as you know before. If I give you one side with one angle, and I ask you to find the another angle, the other side, so you will also use sine, cosine, and tan. If I give you 2 sides, and I'm asking you to find the unknown angle, you will use the sine inverse, cosine inverse, and tan inverse. And if I give you 2 sides given, and I'm asking you to find the third side, you will use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, this is a summarize here. You can help me, it can help you inshallah in the following grades. Look at it. 3 sides, you can find any sign of cosine or tan. One side with one angle, it helped me to find the measurement of the second side or the third side. If I give you 2 sides and I'm asking you to find the unknown angle or unknown angles, you will find the sine inverse or cosine inverse. And if I give you 2 sides and I want you to find the measure of the third side, you will use the Pythagorean theorem. Now, let's have these questions here. Find the value of each variable in each figure to the nearest 10th. Here I want to find n, the length of n. Look at this one here. Here I have half of triangle. Over here I have right triangle with 59.2 here. Here the angle is 49 degrees. And here is n. So what I have to do? I need to find n. Now look at this angle here. For this angle, 49 degrees. What two sides that are related to the 49 degree? Do I have the opposite or the adjacent or the hypotenuse? Which two sides that are given?
Opposite.
Opposite and?
Teacher, opposite.
And adjacent. Adjacent.
Adjacent or
No,
hypotenuse?
teacher.
Hypotenuse.
The side that is opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. What is, then after that, what is the opposite over hypotenuse?
Sine. 59.2 over m.
Sine.
So now, I have sine 49. I have the opposite. I need to find the hypotenuse, so it's very easy. Now, sine 49 is 0.754 equals the opposite over the hypotenuse and then by cross product 0.754 and equals 59.2. So n here is 78.5. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, miss, it's clear.
Okay.
Yes, clear.
Miss, for the last question of the discussion room, can I submit it today?
Ah, yes, yes.
Okay.
Now, let's solve now number 42. In number 42 here, we have to find R and Q. Now, as you see, look at this small triangle here. For the small triangle, this is a Q. So I have now, for the small triangle, this is a Q, this is 20, and this is 17 degrees. And I need to find the Q. So, what did we have to say? We have to say I have 17. For the angle 17, I have an opposite and what? Adjacent. Is it right?
Adjacent. Yes. So I will use tan.
Tan. Bravo. Then, I will continue now. What is the tan of 17 here? I want you now to find it from your calculator.
.30.
0.305.
Yeah. 0.3
Yes, teacher. 0.
approximately.
0. Yes.
Then what is the opposite?
The opposite is Q over 17. I mean
Q over
and
20.
adjacent 20.
Okay. Then, so what is the measure of Q? So I will multiply 20 times 0.31 and I will get Q as 6.2. Got it?
Yes, teacher, got it.
So Q now here is
Yes.
6.2. So let's write here Q as 6.2. Now let's here I want now to find R. Now to find R, as you see here, I cannot take this triangle. Why? Why I cannot use it?
Because teacher, it's not a right angle. They
Bravo,
didn't
this is
tell me
not a
that.
right triangle. So I need now to go to the big triangle. That's here. I have this one, let's name it with X. That means X is this one, this side. And here I have 20. And what is the angle here for the big triangle? Is it 17?
No, it's 18 plus 17.
Bravo,
So,
this is the angle here,
20,
which is 30.
38, 35, 35.
So the angle here for the big triangle is 35. It's different than for the small triangle. So I have this 35, I have 20. I want now to find X. I wrote, as I know before, I will say that I have an opposite and I have the adjacent. For the angle 35, so I have an opposite and I have here the adjacent.
10.
So I have to use tan, thank you. Tan of 35. Now, let's find tan of 35 is 0.7 equals. Where is the opposite of the angle 35?
X.
It is X.
It's X.
And
Yes.
the adjacent?
20.
20. So, what is the
Cross product.
measure of, yeah, you have multiplied 20 by 0.7. You get 14. Now, what is this 14? It is X. That means it is a Q plus R. So,
Yes.
if I told you
14 minus.
Bravo. If I told you now, you have a line, and this line, its measure is 14. And from this point to this point, which is a Q, its length is 6.2. So what about the dimension or the length from this point up to this point? What is R here? Here you have a line. This 14 is from up to down. Now, the length of Q is 6.2. So what is the length of R will be?
It will be, teacher,
14 minus
7.8.
6.2,
7.8.
which is 7.8. Bravo. So the length of R is 7.8. It's clear?
Yes, teacher, it's clear.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, do you have any question now for this lesson?
No, thank you, teacher.
No, miss.
Is everything clear? There's no things that you need me to repeat it?
Yes, teacher, everything is clear.
Okay, Farah. The others now.